and thank you for joining us for this current episode of Congratulations, You're In. Throughout each episode, we will explore the many steps that you as Montgomery County High School students may encounter throughout your college application process. Together, we want to guide you towards those fantastic words, congratulations, you're in. I'm Tony Spearman-Leach, your host, and returning with us is Jerry Sliffman, the College Career Coordinator at Gaithersburg High School. Jerry, thanks. Welcome back.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Well, let's keep digging into this monster called the Common App.
Okay.
You know, it is intimidating. It is a lot to think about. And we had gotten to the point where students had gotten all of their data into Naviance, the family connection system, and they have gotten all of their data into the Common App. So now all of that data's in. What is this thing called the match process?
Well, in order to link the two systems, you have to match your accounts. That's done by using the student's email address.
Okay.
When you set up your Common App account, you put in your email address, and hopefully you have moved up in the world and put together a more professional email than the one you had when you were a little child, so that we're not, Superman 23 or whatever.
I can't be, football superstar 125.
You can, but it would look a whole lot better to the reader if you had a more professional email address. And that email address needs to be the same address you're using in your Naviance Family Connection account.
Okay.
As long as they're the same, the matching, and you've completed the other steps, such as completing the FERPA,
Okay.
then you should be able to match your account without too much trouble. So what the student does is they go back into their Naviance Family Connection account, they go to the Colleges tab, they go to Colleges I'm applying to, and in there they'll see a box that says Common App Match, where they enter their email address, confirm that the birth date that's in there is correct,
Okay.
and submit it. You click match, and voila, it happens.
And now I have the two systems interacting.
Yes.
And the Naviance Family Connection and Common App can be tracked together. So I can keep track of it, and if I have my parents, if they want to be engaged with it, they can keep track of it.
Yes, they can.
This is awesome. And one of the things that we had talked about offline was this whole thing about writing the essays and where should I write them? Do I write them inside the Common App or do I write them separately? What's the best advice?
I strongly recommend that students write their essay in Word.
Okay.
And then after they've reviewed it and checked for as many errors as they can find, not worry about the word count until the end.
Okay.
Make sure you're writing on a topic you can write to from your heart that you're passionate about. It'll be a much easier essay to write. But then take that Word document and take it to someone else, preferably not a family member. Take it to an aide in the English department. We have writing aides in many of the high schools, writing centers. We have English teachers. Some of the college career coordinators will edit, just so that somebody can go over it and make sure you've addressed the topic, not change your tone of voice or what you have to say.
That's right.
Make sure the tense is correct. Make sure there's no gross grammatical errors, that you're not writing in text speak, that you're putting together a solid essay.
You want to help everyone make their best presentation. And it's clear that you're saying there's plenty of people that work inside of the Montgomery County Public Schools that want to help you make that best presentation, and they should take advantage of that resource while it's there.
Yes. And then once it's been corrected, after they've taken advantage of everything and they've checked everything that they're doing, then they can copy and paste and put it into the Common App or any other application that they're completing.
And so now we are getting real close to that point where we can say, I'm gonna push the button, go! I'm gonna submit my Common App.
And then it stops you and asks for money.
And we're gonna come back to that because that's a very important point. But before we get to the point where we can push that button, we've got to get to deadlines. And we're going to come back and talk about those different types of deadlines. So at this point, Jerry, I just want to thank you for all the advice, for all of the tips and insight you've given us. The students in the Montgomery County Public Schools are really, really fortunate to have you. Again, we know that's why the schools are great, because of people like you. Right now, we're going to take a brief break, and then we will be back with more information that's going to help you hear those words. Congratulations, you're in.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that brand? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Thank you for joining us for yet another episode of Congratulations, You're In. Today we have Jerry Sliffman, the College Career Coordinator at Gaithersburg High School, guiding us to college admission success. Jerry, we were digging through all of this. We have gotten to the point in the Common App where we're ready to push the button. We are matched up with Navigant's Family Connection, and now there's the reality setting in. There's this thing called deadlines. Explain to us the many types of deadlines we need to be aware of. First of all, what's regular decision versus priority?
Well, priority is an earlier deadline where the college agrees that if you apply early, it's very similar to early action.
Okay.
They just call it a different name. But if you agree to get the application completely in, and a complete application isn't just your portion as the student, it includes the high school's portion.
Okay.
It also includes your test scores and any other requirements that a school is asking for.
So it's
So
all elements.
All
Absolutely
elements make a complete application.
Okay.
So that if you meet the deadline, priority, whatever it is you're calling it, you meet the deadline, then with priority, they're going to give you an answer earlier.
Oh, wow.
So, for example, the University of Maryland College Park, with priority deadline, which is typically the beginning of November, they will give you an answer mid-January.
So it actually is to my advantage.
Totally to your advantage.
Okay.
Early action, also to your advantage. Early action, you can compare to early decision.
Okay.
Early decision, you pick one school that you are absolutely convinced that that's the one place you want to be, because you really don't want to say no and really can't say no to them once they've accepted you and you apply early decision, because they're asking you to sign that you've agreed that you'll come if they accept you. They ask your parents to commit to your coming if they accept you. They ask the counselor to certify that the student understands that they're making a commitment to this university, and you're stuck with that decision, which is truly the word that comes up frequently when 3 months later when the student says, but I found a different place to go to school.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, early decision is like a marriage proposal, and when I
it's
accept
binding.
it, it's binding. I'm married to you.
Right.
And early action and priority is more like a proposal, and I'm proposing this.
Right. And you have more time to make up your mind whether you want to accept the offer that's given to you.
And what is this other thing I hear? They call it rolling.
Okay, rolling means that the college or university, again, with a complete application with all its components, will review your application within 2 to 6 weeks
Okay.
and give you an answer as soon as they've completed review.
That's phenomenal. So there are these different styles, and again, I want people to understand, what is this binding versus non-binding?
Again,
I don't get it.
Binding is a commitment. Non-binding, you have until the typical regular deadline, which for many places is any place between April 15th and May 1st, where you can wait until then to make up your mind where you want to go. You can see what kind of offers you get. Is anybody giving you money? What's the bottom line on the cost? And you can compare and make a decision then. Even though they're going to give you an answer early, you don't have to say, I'm coming.
That's really neat. And so students really should be very, very conscious with their parents, with themselves, about, am I doing an early decision to someone? Am I doing a priority or early action with someone? Or am I doing regular or rolling? Because these will impact their commitment to a university and impact their outcomes.
Absolutely.
So now, the other thing we want to get to is in all of this, we should be doing some visiting, because who wants to have to marry somebody and never have met them? So there are college visits. Can I go to my counselor at the high school and talk about college visits?
You can. You can go to your counselors, you can go to the college career coordinators, you can ask them, how do you go on a college visit? How do you sign up for it? Have you come to the visits that are at your own high school? Because we're very fortunate in Montgomery County that many, many colleges and universities visit each and every high school. So that, most schools will have anywhere from 50 to 200 visits every fall.
So if I reach out to you, you can tell me who's coming to visit, and I can actually meet the person, meet the college, before I commit to attending.
Yes, you can.
This is absolutely phenomenal. Again, folks, we want to thank Jerry Sliffman from Gaithersburg High School. She has opened up a world of opportunity to us. Together, we are both hoping that you've gotten a few steps closer to reading and hearing those fantastic words. Congratulations, you're in. Join us during our upcoming episodes, where together we're going to explore that FAFSA and CSS profile, submitting those family and personal IRS tax forms and non-filer statements. And of course, you want to know about scholarships and grants and loans and so very much more. Until next time, keep working every day towards your dreams until you hear those words. Congratulations, you're in.